So the headquarters are obviously here in Gibraltar. This is one of our numerous sites across the world, but I would say it's probably one of our most important, given our footprint, given our presence, our location, and I would say history. Not only does Continent 8 itself have an enormous amount of history, if you have ever had the fortune of walking around the site itself, there's an enormous amount of history dating back to the Second World War. And the amount of work that was put in between that. So between here, since then and now, you'll see there's a lot of remnants of Eisenhower, of the different campaigns, and our predecessors leading up to that. So there's an enormous amount of investment, and for us, even more investment being made between now and what's going to come in the near future.
How familiar are you with this site? What do you make of it personally?
So I've heard a lot about it. I've seen we've been recognized for it. It's personally my first time being at this site, and I visited a lot of data centers before, and this one is easily one of the most unique locations in the world, in my opinion, of all the data centers I visited. So it's about half a kilometer into the Rock of Gibraltar itself. When people say that, I always say, okay, well, it must be in some peripheral or some, maybe a couple of meters within. No, it's truly inside. There's not, you would think, is there potentially, this level of claustrophobia that happens? Absolutely not. You walk through a tunnel, as you probably know, coming into here, and I would say once you get in here, you're sort of blown away at the sophistication, and as you get into our data halls, where we basically house the computers.
And more generally, what has Gibraltar got to offer as a place to do international business from?
Sure. I've gotten to know Gibraltar more and more. Obviously, this is the first in-person visit. There's enormous potential in this market. We're doing more and more. Obviously, from an investment perspective, we want to bring more to the table. And our understanding, and especially mine as I get used to it, this is a highly regulated geography. There's a higher level of independence from what you would think, given its history, its relationships, but it really is its own group, its own people, very close-knit community. And I would say that the market itself, very fast adapting. So it's hard to come across these two different spectrums of highly regulated but fast adapting. And I think this environment that's been created, particularly, I guess, from a government that is very supportive of creating this conducive environments for businesses that are in gaming and technology and whatever it might be, and we marry the two of those. So it's been a very compelling environment that we've enjoyed operating in, that we expect to continue operating in the near future.
And how do you see a long-standing relationship with Gibraltar? What should the community know about Continent 8's commitment to the Rock?
We are highly committed. My visit here is in part for certain events and meeting a few people and stakeholders and so on. But in part, it's to understand where are we going to be investing additional dollars into this site. We have big plans, big projects. We have important considerations. So it's not just sort of a few touches of paint and some retrofitting of certain rooms to meet certain requirements or whatever it might be. Cybersecurity is going to be huge for us. We're looking at investing in a security operations center here in Gibraltar, where it will effectively marry our state-of-the-art facility, our top-of-the-line technology, as well as bringing on the best and brightest. So some of the best talent we recognize is here in this area and the peripheral surrounding areas. So we want to bring in that talent and have something here, like I said, the Security Operations Center, or the SOC, and bring in a whole bunch of people in this facility. So we're calling it the SOC on the Rock, and so that's something that is going to push business and drive additional jobs here. So we're, like I said, we're very committed here, and we feel that way because we do have the support of the people around us, our suppliers, our vendors, our customers here, and as well as the government. So it's we're here for quite some time.